Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Radha Madhava, Shri Radha. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Narayani Devi, for singing. Thank you for playing as well. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This Bhagavad Purana is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.3.43. So, this Bhagavad Purana, which we by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, reading and contemplating on every day, it's brilliant as the sun. And it's gonna dispel the dense darkness of ignorance in this age of Kali. So, we know if we look to the society as the person, as embodiment of human body, we know that different varnas are represented with different part of the body. You know, all of you know this analogy, isn't it? So, like, which part, which varna, it's like head. Bravo. Yes, Brahmanas. Brahmanas are the head. So from the head, it's coming all the instruction to the other part of the body, like how to function. And it is said that Vedas are Brahmanas' eyes. So Shruti and Smriti, they are two eyes of the Brahmanas. So Shukadev Goswami gave us this spotless Purana, Srimad Bhagavatam, to give us a vision, to give a vision to all society, especially in this time, in the this age of Kali Yuga. So now by the eyes, so the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's our eyes, and it have a other very special potency. And Srila Prabhupada in a preface of Srimad Bhagavatam say as well, that literature which is full of description of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, form and pastimes of the unlimited Supreme Lord is transcendental creation, meant for bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of misdirected civilization. So there is so this Purana have as well potency to bring a revolution. And not just in a life of each of us, which we personally experience, but in a lives of misdirected civilization. So it can change, and it's changing all the blinded and misleaded, as Srila Prabhupada say, so-called civilization of this Kali Yuga. Srimad Bhagavatam, it's not just a book, it's a living entity. So I would like to share one story of a young lady who was grown in such a surrounding. So she's brought up in a temple, and she's a dancer, and she shared her story. She said she was in an extremely difficult life situation, and it seemed so hopeless and so difficult that she was kind of like being like, "Oh Krishna, why you doing this to me? This is I cannot stand this anymore, and I think it's totally unfair. I need to go through such a harshness." And in one point, she started to hearing Sanskrit verse in her head. She said, "Oh, actually, I was always in a Bhagavatam class, but I never studied the shlokas, so I don't know this verse, where it's come from even. No, I will like coloring my book as a small girl, like during the Bhagavatam class, no? But I don't know why this Sanskrit shlokas is coming repeatedly in my head." Then she called her dad and said, "Dad, do you know what this means?" And her father said, "Oh yes, this is a shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam." And he gave her a reference. She read the meaning of the shloka, and she started crying because she understood that this very shloka was answer on all her problems in that moment. So I just want to illustrate the potency of Bhagavatam. It's not just a book, it's a living entity. I was all Vedic knowledge is supremely transcendental and potent. And I heard from Vaidya, Dr. Ramdas, like the way they used to study in a Gurukula system in his Vaidya from Kerala, and they studied like 7.5 years Gurukul for the Ayurvedic doctor. And he said that first 2.5 years, they're just reciting the shlokas. So it means they're just reading the Shastra without knowing what the meaning of this shloka. So 2.5 years is a long time. And then after that, they start to learning the meaning of the Sanskrit shlokas from the Shastras. But he said, like in his practice now, when certain case, like certain patient came with him and he tell him his symptoms, and doctor said that immediately the right shloka come to his head. So it's not that he need to is it this or is it that? And there is one more interesting thing what Srila Prabhupada say. He said that it's like there is a need of a clue as to how humanity can come one in a peace, friendship, and prosperity with a common sense. Srimad Bhagavatam will fill this need, for it is a cultural presentation for the re-spiritualization of the entire human society. Srimad Bhagavatam should be introduced also in the schools and colleges, for it is recommended by the great student devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, in order to change the demoniac face of society. So this is that's a Srila Prabhupada's instruction, actually, how we can re-spiritualize this society. So it's something we need to work on it, to make a society in broad, to understand the need what we have now. It's to introduce this spotless Purana to the schools and colleges, and then we will have a sense of society and healthy body of a society with brahmanas leading the society with the eyes of the Shastras. Recently, I just get a completely new take on what Srimad Bhagavatam is, and that was around the Radhashtami. I was listening a class by His Holiness Bhakti Vijnana Goswami, and it was a class given in London, Soho, 2023 for Radhashtami. And he was reading one verse from a Bhagavatam, which he said it's telling about the appearance of Srimati Radharani. And I don't know if any of you will guess which verse in Bhagavatam can be that one to explain the appearance of Srimati Radharani. It's very difficult to guess. After, when I read this, you will understand why as well. But, we all know that Srila Shukadev Goswami couldn't pronounce the name of Radha just because it was a danger of him falling unconscious in ecstasy, and but then it meant he was not sure how long this unconscious ecstasy will take. So it could be for the months, and by that time, Maharaj Parikshit already will be gone. So his purpose of instructing Maharaj Parikshit will be completely not successful, no? So the Shukadeva Goswami was very carefully avoiding to mention name of Radha. But then Maharaj says something very revolutionary for me. He said that the all Bhagavatam is about Krishna and his loving exchanges with his devotee. So Krishna is love, and Srimad Bhagavatam is about this love. And his loving potency is Srimati Radharani. So all Bhagavatam is about Radharani only. This blew my mind. And so this is kind of a new take on Srimad Bhagavatam, and I will cherish this as valuable gift of Radharani for this Radhashtami, that actually Srimad Bhagavatam is about Radharani only. I will read now to you as well this verse, which Maharaj say it's about the appearance of Srimati Radharani. It's Canto 10, Chapter 5, entitled The Meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. And the text 18. O Maharaj Parikshit, the home of Nanda Maharaja is internally the abode of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his transcendental qualities, and it is therefore always naturally endowed with the opulence of all wealth. Yet, beginning from the Lord's appearance there, it became the place of the pastimes of the goddess of fortune. Purport. As stated in Brahma Samhita 5.29, Lakshmi Sahasra Satasam Brahma Sevayamanam Govindam Adipursham Tamaham Bhajami. The abode of Krishna is always served by hundreds and thousands of goddesses of fortune. Wherever Krishna goes, the goddess of fortune naturally resides with him. The chief of all goddesses of fortune is Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Krishna appears in the land of Raj, indicated. Krishna appearance in the land of Raj indicated that the chief goddess of fortune, Radharani, would also appear there very soon. Nanda Maharaj's abode was already opulent, and since Krishna has appeared, it would be opulent in all respects. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jnana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So this is a verse, and I was kind of like, I read this part of Bhagavatam not long ago, but I never saw really this verse as one which is like talking about the appearance of Srimati Radharani. So I was meditating, yes, like there was a need of Vyasadeva, and like Vyasadeva gave mango to his son Shukadev Goswami, and by biting on that, Shukadev Swami gave to Shaunaka Rishi, and then in Parampara it came to Srila Prabhupada, who here in a purport actually explaining, yes, this goddess of fortune cannot be no one but Srimati Radharani. And then the last bite was that of His Holiness Bhakti Vigyan Swami, who really kind of give a full juice to this mango and explain us wow, this is Radharani. And in this fantastic class, Maharaj gave few other details, which kind of was surprising to me. One was that Radharani appearance is not celebrated in all sampradaya in the same time. Because Garga Samhita is stated that Radharani is 5 years older than Krishna. And Garga Samhita, it's a scripture which Vrajbasi, they follow Garga Samhita. And as well the Gujarati, that's Vallabha Sampradaya. So in Gujarat it's Brahma Samhita important script. So in the script it said Radharani is 5 years older than Krishna. And as well, there is Nimbarka Sampradaya, and Nimbarka Sampradaya, they stated that Radha and Krishna are of the same age. So that probably they celebrate the same Radhashtami and Jamashtami, they probably celebrate on the same day. And we follow the Sri Jiva Goswami, who said that Radharani is 1 year and 15 days younger than Sri Krishna. And there was one as well interesting detail which Maharaj mentioned to support this statement of goddess of fortune. So appearance. Appearing in the same time as Lord Krishna. He said that Vasudeva, when he saw Krishna and to celebrate his appearance, he was in a prison, and so he in his mind gave in a charity 10,000 cows. But Nanda Maharaj, he gave in a charity 2 million cows. So from Krishna book, we know how many cows the Nanda Maharaj has. 900,000. It's a number of cows of Nanda Maharaj, yeah? But he gave in a charity 2 million of cows. How is that possible? So this verse is answer to that as well. And not just cows, that cows was the hoofs was silver plated and the horns golden plated. So it was very, very valuable cows. And I think this is about the hoof silver plated. I heard that it's as well gold. It's kind of represent the goddess of fortune. So the girls usually don't wear the ankle bells, golden ankle bells on the I see some members of our community are nodding. So it's true, no? There is no ankle bells because this is a goddess of fortune. So it's only on the upper part of the body the gold is worn. So maybe that was the reason why the cows have a silver silver plated hoofs and golden plated horns. Yeah. And now we need to little bit catch with our Srimad Bhagavatam reading, and that's we read 4th canto, chapter 21, instructions by Maharaj Prithu. Text 2. You have not on the board. On the board you have a text 4, so we will then repeat and do word for word, but text 2 and 3 I will read. Chandana Guru Toyardra Ratya Chatva Margavat Pushpakshata Palaistakmer Lajar Archi Bir Architam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Fragrant water distilled from sandalwood and aguru herb was sprinkled everywhere on the lanes, roads, and small parks throughout the city, and everywhere were decorations of unbroken fruits, flowers, wetted grains, varied minerals, and lamps, all presented as auspicious paraphernalia. Text 3. At the street crossings, there were bunches of fruit and flowers, as well as the pillars of banana trees and betel nuts branches. All these combined decorations everywhere look very attractive. And now text 4. So I will read line by line Sanskrit, so you can kindly repeat. Prajastam Deepa Balibihi Sambrita Shesha Mangalahi Abhiyurmrishta Kanyascha Mrishta Kundala Manditaha Prajastam Dipa Balibihi Sambrita Shesha Mangalahi Abhiyurmrishta Kanyascha Mrishta Kundala Manditaha Prajastam Dipa Balibihi Sambrita Shesha Mangalaihi Abhiyurmrishta Kanyascha Mrishta Kundala Manditaha Prajastam Dipi Balibihi Sambrita Shesha Mangalai Abhiyurmrishta Kanyascha Mrishta Kundala Manditaha. Please. ladies. Word for word. Prajaha, citizens. Tam, to him. Deepa Balibihi, with lamps. Sambrita, equipped with. Ashesha, unlimited. Mangalaihi, auspicious articles. Abhiyuhu, came forward to welcome. Mrishta, with beautiful body luster. Kanyahacha, and unmarried girls. Mrishta, colliding with. Kundala, earrings. Manditaha, being bedecked with. I find interesting that there is a two-time mention a word mrishta, but with a different meaning. So, first mrishta is translated with beautiful bodily luster. A second mrishta is translated as colliding with. So, translation. As the king entered the gate of the city, all the citizens received him with many auspicious articles like lamps, flowers, and yogurt. The king was also received by many beautiful unmarried girls, whose bodies were bedecked with various ornaments, especially with earrings, which collided with one another. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Offerings of natural products such as betel nuts, bananas, newly grown wheat, paddy, yogurt, and vermilion carried by the citizens and scattered throughout the city are all auspicious paraphernalia according to the Vedic civilization for receiving a prominent guest like a bridegroom, king, or spiritual master. Similarly, a welcome offered by unmarried girls who are internally and externally clean and are dressed in nice garments and ornaments is also auspicious. Kumari, or unmarried girls, Shri Shri Prahlad Lakshmi Nrsimhadev Bhagavan Ki. Kumari, or unmarried girls, untouched by the hand of any member of the opposite sex, are auspicious members of society. Even today, in Hindu society, the most conservative families do not allow unmarried girls to go out freely or mix with boys. They are very carefully protected by their parents while unmarried. After marriage, they are protected by their young husbands, and when elderly, they are protected by their children. When thus protected, women as a class remain an always auspicious source of energy to men. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So these three verses are beautiful description of the festival which the citizens prepare for Maharaj Pritu, and it's kind of can inspire inspired us how to make the festivals for Lord and our like spiritual masters, as Srila Prabhupada say here. And I was just watching some videos from Mayapur. There was now they making for Astasakis, so for each appearance day of each of Astasakis, the youth of the Mayapur, they make a special decoration. So they decorate the altar in a color of the kunja of that particular saki, and they make a decoration in a mood of the saki. And as well, I saw this, what Srila Prabhupada explained here, the young Kumaris, the girls, they was offering the arati to the Radha Madhava and Astasaki. So it's somehow feeling that our festivals, by our deeper understanding and of Vedic culture and appreciating of Vedic culture, they are increasing in charm and beauty. And recently we had the day after the Radhashtami, we celebrating Brahmotsava, so it means it's a day of installation of our Sri Sri Prahlad Lakshmi Nrsimha, day of Bhagavan. And on that occasion, Srila Krishna Kshetra Maharaj was saying that he did research on how the Brahmotsava is originally celebrated, and he said it's a major festivity of in a year for the temple, and it's traditionally lasts for 9 days. So I thought, okay, this is a kind of inspiration and instruction. But then I reflect, actually we had a 9 day, and yet he gave us this detail that every day the deity will go around on palanquin in a procession, and that's the way the kind of deity expand its territory. And then I remember, actually we have something very similar, we have 5 days of Padayatra, and we have a deities visiting all different places around, no? And that was Gornitai, but Gornitais actually are Lord Chaitanya is source of all incarnation. So there is a Nrsimhadev. So Nrsimhadev as well have a stroke of 5-day strokes around around the places. And as well, we had after that, just few days after that, we had Radhashtami and Brahmotsava festival, and that was for 4 days. So in a total, we had 9 days of celebrating Brahmotsava. So this was, but here is such a nice details how we can, with natural resources, which we find in a surroundings, celebrate And this explained how, with distilled the sandalwood and aguru was sprayed the street. We don't have here aguru and not much of sandalwood, but we have some natural herbs which they grow here, and it could be distilled, and it could be kind of sprinkled around to increase the charm of the festivity. And this last statement, what Srila Prabhupada say about protection of the ladies, it's a little bit make me think, because here Srila Prabhupada say woman is a class, as as a class remain an always auspicious source of energy to the man when thus protected. So I could, like what I could read there, the energy of the man depends on the way he treats the woman. So the woman can be in a role of daughter, mother, sister, or wife, but this is subtle law of universe, that if a man protects a lady, that it's a source of energy for him. And this is look like it's a universal principle. Like we can see in if we protect and care about Mother Nature, it's our mother as well, then we're gonna get she will be source of our energy, of our health, of our abundance. But if we exploit the Mother Nature, then could happen the lots of it's confirmed. Then it's can happen that we getting sick and we are not really nourishing. So I think this is like a principle which we need to like think about it, like, and deeply like contemplate on what is mean protection. Protection and exploitation are not the same thing, isn't it? Like, so if ladies as daughters or mothers or wives are exploited, then I'm not sure if this principle will work, that they will be the source of Shakti for the man. So it's need to be understand what protection really means. The oppression and protection, they are does not feel the same. I hope you can agree with that. That's something very different. And the result, again, will not be the same. Like if we oppress ladies as daughters or mothers or sisters or wives, then will completely different energy, completely different energy will be exchanged. They will be not a source of empowerment for the man. And this male and the female energy of protector as a male energy, we can see in a society, on the society level, in a sense of that, like government supposed to protect the citizens, and if the citizens feel cared and protect, they will cooperate with government and they will empower the government. But if they feel exploited or oppressed, then completely different energy will arise. So this is a subtle but very beautiful point, which we can think and contemplate on. And this like any instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam, any word, and it's so special that like we can mold up our consciousness, our subtle body, by the words and instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when I was in Radhadesh on the Bhakta program some decades ago, that I heard the one really important definition of what authority is. So I've been told that authority is the one who protects us. So on that way, and that stay for me. So like when I feel protected, I can take this person or this institution as my authority, and I can listen the instruction from that person and or that organization. So I can say I find my spiritual father, and I always felt only protected and encouraged by him, even if I make mistake. So that's for me, it's really a big thing to have a spiritual father like that. So yes, and Srimad Bhagavatam, daily reading, daily listening. So actually I ask your blessings that I don't want to one day in my life pass without Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So please, if you have any comments or questions, now it's the time. We have a microphone, so it's going to come to you. So just because of recording, I can hear you, but we recording, so it's nice the audience can hear as well, online audience.
Authorities are giving these kind of instructions, yeah? So, but the question is, how, if I'm not knowing any authority, but I want to approach Krishna, how can I learn to develop properly? How can I learn to acting in the right way?
Mm-hmm. So you say how we can learn how to approach the Krishna and act properly, even if we don't have authorities, or if we don't know instructions of authorities. Is that was question?
If I don't have authority, maybe just I purchased, I bought a book, and now I feel like attracted by Krishna, or I know some devotees. But I don't know what is the yatra, I don't know what is the temple, I don't know what is the authority. So how can I approach?
So how we can know how to properly behave if we have no yatra or the authorities? Isn't it? Is that question?
Yes.
Okay. So yes, there are devotees who live far away from the temple, and they live in the places where they have no much association with other devotees, or maybe just know here and there someone, but they don't have a close association. That's why yes, Shastra there. So regular reading, it's sharpening our intelligence and help us to distinguish what is the right thing in the direction which we want to go, So first we need to see where we want to go. You want to say something?
Yeah, so sharpening intelligence maybe by controlling the senses?
By reading the Shastra. By reading the Shastra. reading, if it is our only source of association, because this is association as well. So we are associating on daily basis with Srila Prabhupada, no? And the great acharyas by the reading. And as well, there is so many classes available online, so we can regularly, like kind of mold up our subtle body by instructions of the Shastras. And this is like other thing what I learned on my Bhakti program. It was that humbleness, what humbleness means. So I've been told that humbleness is to surrender my mind to the statements of the Shastra. So that's the way of humbleness I can practice and I accept. So it means like whatever the Shastra says, it's right and always right. Bona fide Shastra, of course. That's, I talk in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Srila Prabhupada books of Goswamis as well. No? They are in a line, you know. So we have the Sadhu Shastra and Guru. If there is no figure of Guru, we have an association of sadhus through the Shastra. Is it this satisfying answer, or you want to say something more, or you have some specific situation in your life?
I agree with you. I think it's a nice way, it's a very good way, especially if I purchase a book. Yeah, but I think it's not the only way. So
no. No, it's nice to have some living examples, to see some devotees who are practicing, and especially practicing for a longer time, and then you see the effect of molding the subtle body, molding up the subtle body according to statements of Shastra. You know, their life change, their behavior change, they take on the life and the meaning of life change, and then you can see, you can feel it in a presence of. That's why we come together, you know. That's why we say, oh, senior devotees, they're so special, you know. It's just if you sit with them by the table taking breakfast, it's already like, you know, some of their purity and some of their sincerity is a brush off on us, you know. Even if we just like being in their presence, and that's so valuable and special, and especially when such elevated persons come, like His Holiness Indratuna Maharaj. You know? So this is just, you know, we were so blessed yesterday that he, like, just suddenly appeared among us. No, so spiritual world was here. No, when Maharaj was here. So we can see in those examples of devotees who practice long time, like that is like the word neuroplasticity. You heard about this word? Neuroplasticity? This is something in vogue now, and I thought it's like a natural thing, you know, but it's kind of, they recently discovered that a brain have a capacity, like lifelong capacity. So it means it's never diminished capacity to creating, you know. It is a brain's natural lifelong ability to reorganize its structure, function, and natural and neural connection in response to the new experience, learning, and challenges. So it means we have this capacity that our like subtle body can be formed according to the Shastra. As more we expose ourselves to the words of the Shastra and sadhus, yeah, as more our subtle body is changing and forming closer to the examples what I see in Vedic literature, and closer to the example of the sadhus we see around, because on this place we live with the sadhus. So The sadhus may be practicing 3 months, 3 years, 30 years.